Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be giving you my extensive thoughts and full review of the Lost Lands 2021 lineup. Yep, here we are, finally, the fourth year of the biggest bass festival in the world, Lost Lands, and yeah, obviously should be the fifth, but last year they weren't able to do it because of COVID and all of that. Everything that's happened in the last year or so, and yeah, myself personally not able to go this year, which is a massive shame. I think, you know, more than anything, I would absolutely love to go, but just don't think it's going to be feasible for me this year, you know, financially, all kinds of other things, you know, going on. It's just a lot, so yeah, it's a massive shame, but don't think I'm quite going to be able to make it this year. Had a little look at the lineup, but not an extensive one, which is what we're going to be doing right here in this video. 162 artists, and of course not going to mention all of them, but I'm going to, you know, try and at least glaze over every single name. I imagine only a few here that I'm going to go into a bit of detail on. If I don't mention a particular name, that's probably because I don't have anything, you know, particular to say about them. Going to cover all of that, the lineup, and then got a few points to make at the end and kind of get through. So, yeah, are we ready? Let's go. Okay, so let's get this bad boy up right here. Okay, here we go. 12th Planet. Okay, bit of a classic. Adventure Club, Arm & Hammer. Arm & Hammer. Okay, interesting. 80 Aliens, of course, has to be done. Barely Alive. I think Barely Alive, correct me if I'm wrong, but this might be a bit of a comeback to Lost Lands for them. Or maybe even their first. I think they might have done 2017. They weren't there when I went in 2018. So, yeah, I don't know. But if I'm, you know, if anything I've said there is wrong on that, do let me know. BTSM, always a mad live show from what I've heard. Haven't seen them myself, but yeah, would recommend from what I've seen online and all of that. Boogie T, Delta Heavy, and Diesel. Okay, Diesel I imagine is Shaquille O'Neal, you know, DJ Diesel. That was that was one of the maddest sets I think I've ever seen, if I'm being honest, you know. The guy was essentially just, you know, fading tunes in and out. There wasn't really mixing, but the vibe, it's just such a mad show, and it's just that thing of being in a crowd with tens of thousands of other people and just realising that in front of you, Shaquille O'Neal, one of the biggest basketball players of all time, is just playing mad dubstep hits to like you and thousands of other people. It's just mad to kind of get your head around when you're there. But yeah, honestly, if he's playing on one of the main stages, then please do check it out. It sounds a bit formulaic maybe perhaps, but you won't regret it. It's a fucking sick show. Downlink D&B set, so yeah, more D&B. I'm liking that inclusion. Dr. Fresh is a bit out of left field, can't lie. For anyone who doesn't know, he is a house artist, and yeah, when I had my quick skim through the other day when it came out, the lineup, I was like, I did see a couple of house producers in there, so that's exciting, that's cool. Excision 3 sets, that's a bit of a classic by this point. G Jones, he was very good when I saw him in 2018. Ganja White Knight, another bit of a classic. Getter is a big one for me because, you know, after everything that's happened with this scene and, you know, the amount that it would have taken for him to just kind of feel comfortable and safe just to be playing this music again to people, making that kind of music again as well with the EPs that he's put out in, you know, the last year or so. I'm just very happy for him, basically, that he feels in a position now to just put himself out there with this scene, playing shows again, releasing music. It's just cool, and we're all very happy and grateful that he is back doing his thing. Grizz, yeah, that'll be fun. Got an album coming out this week, so I imagine he's going to be playing a lot of that. LS Dream, yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be good, a bit psychedelic, if you will. Lucy, Marauder, that's going to be absolutely fucking gargantuan. Must Die, yeah, can't lie. You know, the more I hear his album, Crisis Vision, the more I want to hear it live. So that would be for me a massive recommend, especially seeing as when I saw him in 2018, back-to-back with Eptic. You know, he might be back-to-back here, might be by himself, but yeah, when I saw that, it was one of my favourite sets of the whole festival. Peekaboo is one of my favourite artists at the moment, so always going to be recommending him for sure. Phase 1, that's always going to be a bit gnarly, a bit fucking full-on, very metal-infused. Be a sick show. Space Laces, the fucking go. Yeah, basically, if you're not watching that, then I've got words to have with you. Basically, I've got a couple words. Spaghetti, Subtronics, yep, gotta be a must-watch as well for the energy, the visuals, all of that. Sudden Death presents Void, something I haven't seen myself, but yeah, just looks incredible. You know, who knows whether he's going to be coming down from above with the the strings and everything, just what he's going to do visually should be insane. Tramper coming back for a few American shows. Been a while since he's done that, but yeah, got a full list of dates that he's going to be doing, and that is sick for him. Very happy. Virtual Riot, yeah, amazing live. Seen him a few times now, and very good. Wooly and another legend, Zomboy. So yeah, that kind of rounds off the first main chunk of the lineup right there. Now moving on to the kind of second chunk, the second cluster of names here. Bit more of a fine print thing we've got going on here. But first one is an interesting one, the Arcturians, and I don't know quite how they do it live. Like, is it a band? Because they've got a vocalist, so is it going to be just a DJ kind of thing, or is it going to be a band kind of situation with instrumentation and all of that? Asora, you know, if we're talking about, you know, one of the main names who for me deserves it more than pretty much anyone else on the list, someone who's done so much the last couple or last few years, then it's got to be Asora. Done incredible things with his music, made incredible leaps, making very forward-thinking music, and yeah, just love what he's doing. Very happy, and just feeling good that he's on the list. Big ups to you, Eric. Then we have Adam Jassim, or Yassim. We have a he. Then another who I am just so happy is on this lineup, Akeos. They have just been, for me, one of the, you know, one of the top tier, one of the very best few dubstep producers in my opinion last couple of years. Just the stuff that they've done, the way that they've climbed up and kind of made a name for themselves in the dubstep sphere, bass music overall, making music that covers a lot of genres. The production is incredible, the ideas are fantastic. Yeah, I think for me, if it comes down to one act or artist kind of deserving it most, I mean, there might be a couple more as we go on here, but yeah, in terms of someone who's a bit more maybe lesser known, like that band just before the very top names, if you get me. But yeah, if it's going to be anyone for me in that kind of bracket who deserves it, then Akeos for sure, 100%. Amity, then we've got AU5, another that I love and would absolutely do very bad things to see live. So anyone who enjoys melodic dubstep or melodic bass music overall, go and see that, it'll be great. Bijou, more kind of house vibes going on there. Blurred Vision, possibly the one that I'm happy about most, if I'm being honest. Yeah, just love their stuff, kind of bleepy bloopy, trappy, hybrid kind of music, and it's fantastic. One of my favourite duos at the moment for sure, so love that they are here. Calcium Cannablis. Cannablis? That's an interesting name. Then we got Chi, who is another that I'm just so fucking happy about. Yep, another one of my favourite artists at the moment, and just love it that he's getting the recognition that he deserves. Yeah, just definitely one of my picks of the last couple of years. So great that he is here. Chime Harvey, my boy, always throwing down with the energy, the melodic vibes. Yep, go and check it out. If you haven't watched Chime before, then you're going to love it. You're just going to love it. Dr. Rosie, another one of my picks of the last few years. Well, ever, actually, I would say. And very happy. I think this might be his first time at Lost Lands. Could be wrong about that. If I am, do let me know below. But yeah, great that he's here. Dusty Cloud, another house artist. So yeah, that'll probably be... It seems like there are just a few of them here. Maybe, 5 or 6. So yeah, they could all just be clumped together for a particular evening in the sound camps. That's what they're called. Eliminate, another one who's just like, wow, I can't believe it's kind of got this far without him being on the lineup. Again, I could be wrong. He might have been there in 2019, but pretty sure he wasn't. Another that just deserves it so much, not only for his music, but all of his kind of YouTube stuff that he's doing as well. Velmax, Francis Dorell, Freaky, Fury and Dino. First I thought that said Furry and Dino. Imagine just a fucking massive furry at the front of the stage, just bloody banging like dubstep fucking bangers, like Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. Infect is an interesting one because there was a little bit of controversy around that, just because he can't actually make it. So my guy is on the lineup, but he can't actually make it, which is a shame. But yeah, I think it might be a kind of visa issue or something like that. But Lizzie Jane, Louis Jakes, Lucid, Man Cub, Mysteria. Mysteria is another house artist. So yeah, again, this is one of those where I would just love absolutely love to see live. Like, this is the more names I'm reading out here, the more jealous I'm getting. So please, if you're going and you're even remotely interested in house music, then there's surely going to be a bit of a sound camp one of the days. So yeah, please do check it out, like, just to have, I don't know, a bit of a respite from the dubstep and the bass and the wubs and all of that. Muzz, more D&B, which is awesome. Yeah, again, if you're someone kind of like the house, if you're feeling like you want to get into D&B a bit more, I think the best way of kind of appreciating it more is seeing it live, and Muzz will be, well, Muzz is just a fantastic crossover, I think, for people who enjoy dubstep and maybe want to see a bit of D&B and get into it a bit more, appreciate it more. You know, his sound is very heavy. There's a lot of dubstep sounds kind of woven and dropping into a D&B format. So yeah, that is one that I would definitely recommend if drum and bass is something that you are open to enjoying and appreciating more. Newport, Nazar, Notix, Noya, Odd Prophet. I mean, bloody hell. I talked earlier about Blurred Vision being maybe the one I'm most happy about, but for me, yeah, Odd Prophet, Toby, you know, he's worked so fucking hard just to be in this position, just to get on lineups like this one. I'm just so happy for him. Like, yeah, the amount he's worked, the amount of graft he's put in, just the amount he's had to wait to kind of be put on these kind of lineups and given this kind of recognition, I suppose it's just awesome. Just can't wait for him to fucking smash it on this stage, the biggest stage of all, and it's going to be great for him. Can't wait. OG Nixon, Omas, Perry Wayne, Pixel Terror, that'll be pretty sick. I recommend checking that out if you can. Reaper, bit more D&B kind of dropped in here. Run It, Rovlo, Saint Punk. Run It is very trappy, which is cool. That'll be quite interesting to check out. I like that. Saint Punk is, yeah, more house kind of vibes and quite heavy. S-Fam, Shizlo, Sippy, Slippy, Space Wizard, Spinach. Spinach. Stone Level, Stuka. Stuka's a big one, had a pretty good year. Subdoctor, Swarm, very happy for Swarm as well. Don't think he's been on Lost Lands lineup before, so yeah, that'll be cool. I recommend that one as well. Trivector, Uber, Usabi Flow. Now, this is an interesting one. This is, yeah. I don't want to get too much into the recent situation surrounding him. You know, the people involved, they've probably, both sides, heard more than enough about it by now and just are a bit tired. But yeah, I suppose I do just want to say what he did wasn't okay. I don't stand for it, and if you think otherwise, then I'm not quite sure what to say. That being said, I do think there is a way of, you know, showing people, you know, what they've done wrong, how they can improve, how they can learn from it, and make sure they don't do it again. That isn't cancelling people and just straight up completely harassing and bullying them and just making them feel, you know, completely squashed, if you get me. Again, don't think that what he did was okay, but there was just a better way of going about it for the most part. So yeah, that is going to be my piece on that. Rounding off with Vamper, Wales, Wad, X and G, which is a good one, very exciting. Again, could be a bit of a house thing going on there. Definitely check it out. YDG, Yetep, Yuki, Zeke Beats, and Zia. So yeah, there we go. The Lost Lands 2021 lineup, and now we're gonna round off the video with a few kind of concluding thoughts. Here we go. First off here, just gonna go through a little list that I've kind of collated and made of American artists that haven't been involved, which I found through various posts and comment sections and whatnot. More Kismet, Ulasile, Zed's Dead, Hero Bust, Rez, well, American or Canadian, Orminus, Midnight Tyrannosaurus, Tynan, Vultra, Sizzy, Neonix, Versa, and then those who aren't American or Canadian, if I'm right, Funkcase, Eptic, Leotrix, Samplifier, and Trinergy. That's just a small list of artists, musicians, whatever, who I think could have been there but aren't, and you know, you're not always going to get the perfect lineup, and you know, there could be anything involved like visa problems or just general scheduling. It could be anything as to why they're not there. Would love to know what you think about those ones in the comments down below. Do want to make clear here that there are a lot of things to sort out when it comes to booking anyone for a festival. You know, all the stars have to align kind of thing. It's not as simple or as easy as just kind of cherry picking whoever you want and then it's all fine and dandy and that's that. It's a very difficult process, a very difficult thing to do, especially given the current situation that we have as well and people not being allowed in different countries and all that kind of thing. So yeah, if there are people that aren't there that you really want to be there, I suppose what I'm saying is just be a bit understanding if you can. There's going to be a good reason for them not being there. So yeah, lots to consider always, yeah, to just keep in mind on that front. A couple of other names that I've kind of whipped up here and who are kind of approaching bass music in a different way to those I've mentioned already and in the main lineup that we get, and who maybe would have added just a bit more spice to the lineup. So yeah, we've got Phonon, Ver, or more neuro halftime kind of stuff like Vorso, Seppa, Clockvice, Frequent, Scope, Anku. I mean, how mad would it be hearing this stuff live? I just think, not necessarily saying it has to be there or had to be there for this lineup, just maybe something to consider going forward. One thing I will say though, very happy about the house stuff. That's fantastic. You got your Dr. Fresh, your Dusty Cloud, Mysteria, Saint Punk, all of those people, you know, missed out a couple, but that's just so good. I love that. Including that kind of stuff just kind of makes clear, I think, to everyone who's going, who's observing the lineup, what's going on with Lost Lands this year, is that Excision is clearly wanting to make it a bass festival as opposed to just a dubstep one. So yeah, the fact that he's done that, the fact that he's made that step is great, and I think it just leaves more room for improving and kind of branching out on that front going forward. Potentially a festival here that in a couple of years could have 300 artists or so, and with like a load more land kind of covered. So who knows? It would be sick. That is awesome. The house stuff, fucking sick. We don't know, of course, the different camps and stages that are going to be on there. So that could mean that a few more people are added and we get a bit more excitement through back-to-backs and special guests and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I do think there is still more to come with this lineup in the next month or so. So yeah, can't lie, that just makes me even more stupidly jealous of everyone that can go. It's going to be mad, you know, never going to be perfect, of course, a lineup for any festival, but there is so much good here. There is so much good here that you're guaranteed to have a sick time. I think there is something for everyone here. And again, big ups to Excision and his team for curating it. Must have taken a lot of work, a lot of graft, a lot of schedule kind of working around and all of that with everyone involved. But yeah, they've done a pretty sick job, and I think most people, well, for the most part, are very happy with it. So yeah, big ups to Excision again, and the Lost Lands Dinosaur team for all of that. But yeah, gonna leave it at that, people. Hope you enjoyed the video, and let me know down below what you thought of my thoughts on the lineup, and also give your own thoughts on the lineup. You know, who you're excited to see? Who do you think should have been there that isn't there? Are you even going? Are you not? Do you even care? What are you looking forward to? Drop all of your views, thoughts, and opinions in the comment section down below. Again, if you enjoyed the video, then be sure to subscribe if you're yet to, hit the bell along the way. All the necessary links are down below. Social media accounts, Twitch, Patreon, all of that stuff. So yeah, get in the description and go and check it out. But yeah, keep it naughty. If it's naughty, then you know, enjoy Lost Lands 21 if you are going, and see all of you legends in the next video. Peace!